Like, why did you feel there was a lack in the market? Why did you feel that this was so important?
There were these hidden ingredients which were not
mentioned very clearly.
Yeah.
I mean, they were presented as a disguise.
I think that's what I found the
Correct.
most interesting. I said, this is like you're not looking at another party to bring in that produce as
produce.
well. It's
Correct.
like in-house for you.
So we have food technologists and the guys who work with food, I mean, having experience of more than 20-25 years.
The solution would be that if bigger companies, your multinationals, not doing something as refined as what you all are doing, but also if it were come even halfway close in terms of produce, in terms of the ingredients that they use, at least for kids, it should be a cleaner sort of.
And if you catch it at the earlier
Yeah.
years in the child, give them that habit of eating healthy,
Yeah.
so that in the future it's a plus point for them as well.
Hi, I'm Sneha Javeri, your fellow mommy friend and the host of Mumma Approved. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm deeply grateful. Today we have with us the founders of NutriBurp, Utkarsh Kasliwal and Nitin Kedia. NutriBurp is a passion project started by two best friends to fill a lack in the market of kids' snacking options. Something that started 3 years ago as an urgent need today is a successful business. So let's get into this with them. Hi guys, thank you so much for coming. I know it's Bombay City, it's taken forever to get here, but thank you so much for making the time for this.
Thank you.
I
Thanks.
feel this is such an important conversation to have. You guys are doing such amazing work for our kids, so thank you for that as well. So I'm just going to get right into
Sure.
it. I just want to know why you felt you really needed to start this brand. Like, why did you feel there was a lack in the market? Why did you feel that this was so important to start a brand when there are so many options available?
So basically, there were as you said, there are so many brands already doing it. The healthy side, healthy snacking brands and stuff. But there were these hidden ingredients which were not
Mentioned very clearly.
clearly.
I mean, they were presented as a disguise.
Yeah.
I mean,
So we thought, there are a lot of parts where there are gaps which we can fill up to make
Yeah.
it a clean brand.
Yeah.
And of course, if you're doing it, firstly, we were also fathers and parents. So, we also we had that concern for our own kids. And of course, if it's for our kids, it's for all the other kids in the world.
Yeah.
So we thought, why not focus on a clean brand? And
so when we say clean, I mean, what the idea was very simple. I mean, the ingredients has to come from from the farms.
Yeah.
And the process has to be minimum.
Yeah.
I mean, you see a lot of snacks in market, they are going with heavy processing.
Yeah.
I mean, all the nutrients are lost. I
Yeah.
mean, you have to add anything from outside to make it presentable or even make it like taste like food. So the main thing was the main core ingredients has to come from farm. And the process has to be like almost minimum so that we are able to preserve the most of the nutrients which are there.
Yeah.
And be able to give it to the kids in the form which
of
normally
on the go, like snack,
on the go.
basically.
It becomes easier for parents to give it to the kids.
But how do you make sure that when you put something into a packet, right? Because this is
Correct.
a packaged snack.
Right.
How do you make sure that it retains its nutrition, it's retaining the value of the farm that you're like? Of course, you own farms, you own organic farms, so you, of course, I'm sure, are very passionate about this particular aspect of it as well. So how do you make sure that in the processing of the food, the nutrition is not lost?
So basically, there will be a loss of nutrition. I mean, it's
Yeah.
very natural. I mean, over the period to fruit or veggies or any kind of farm
Yes.
produce to lose nutrients. But then with tech progressing so much, I mean, the technology which we are using, it helps us minimize this loss.
Okay.
And with the packets and the packaging which we are using, it increases the shelf life without adding any preservatives or additives in any form, so to increase the shelf life of the produce.
That was actually going to be
Yeah.
my question, that what do you do to make sure that it can sit on somebody's shelf, because it cannot be like a banana.
Right.
If you open a banana, you have to literally throw it in
Correct.
2 hours. You
Correct.
can't eat
It
it.
oxidizes.
Yeah. So it's your packaging
It's packaging and the process.
basically.
and the process.
And the process.
So
as
I
well.
would say 70-80% the process,
Yeah.
and then the packaging.
So this Meltus that
Correct.
you have,
the fruit ones.
the fruit ones.
Yeah.
So is it dehydrated fruits, or
So it's a new technique which is not so famous in India. It's
Yeah.
called, I mean, it's picking up.
It's picking up
It's
at
called
the moment.
freeze drying.
okay,
So we freeze dry the pulp,
Okay.
and we cut it in the form of cubes,
okay,
and then it is packed in a 4-layer pouch. So which gives that shelf life to the
So there's no
produce.
heat process in this. So it's freeze dried. So basically, the nutrient value also remains similar to an actual fruit.
as close to the
Yeah.
actual
Correct.
fruit.
Yes,
Correct.
yes.
Because when you heat it, then
Correct.
then the
There's a
value
loss.
goes
There's a
away.
loss of
Yeah.
Okay.
nutrient value.
okay.
basically.
In freezing, I mean, you freeze anything. I mean, since ancient time and whatever you want to preserve, you put it in the freezer without adding anything.
Yeah.
Till
Yeah.
the time it is at that certain temperature, it doesn't loses any of the nutrient.
Okay.
The same goes in freeze drying.
So when a parent is buying a snack like this, like not NutriBurp, but suppose they are buying another snack,
Correct.
what are the no ingredients that they should be looking for at the back of the pack? Like if these elements are there in this particular snack, this is something that you cannot give your kids.
There is a hierarchy of the snacks which basically goes into a kid's diet.
Okay.
The cheapest ones are the most dangerous ones, like chips. So looking at the price of the packet, once it is like below that 20-30 rupees mark, most of them are made in palm oil.
Okay.
So palm oil is a big no-no. And all the chips in the market are made with palm oil. Not just the chips,
Correct.
any kind
All.
of snack,
Any fried snack.
be it a desi farsan or
It's all palm oil.
all packed, anything, it's all palm oil.
So that is like the first big.
That's
no.
why they are cheaper. Because using, say, a groundnut oil or any other indigenous oil, Indian oil, it's going to become expensive, and you'll not be able to sell it in that price range of 10, 5 or 20.
or whatever. Yeah.
So it's mostly, most of the famous brand chips, what they sell in Europe, they are using
Yeah.
groundnut oil
Yeah.
or maybe a better quality oil rather than the palm oil, and they are selling it for maybe 70, 80 bucks. If you convert it in INR.
Right.
Here it is for 10 bucks. So, it's much cheaper option. So oil is the first thing, and then maltodextrin, and then too much salt or
Salt,
sugar.
basically. Salt,
if you see the
sugar.
percentage of the salt or sugar, because they act as a preservative.
Yeah. But what are these hidden things that you were talking about? That when you thought of NutriBurp,
Correct.
you thought that there were a lot of hidden ingredients in snacks that you thought that this I cannot give my kids.
So it's mostly colors. Whatever
So additives,
you see.
basically.
Additives.
Additives. And of course, even they're loaded with sugar. There's so many things. Like, if you just compare a gummy and our gummy, so the gummies are all loaded with sugar.
Yeah.
So they say added sugar, no, whatever the percentage may be, but they're all with sugar.
Yeah.
So they are like sugar loaded, basically.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of snacks which are sugar coated. So, you're not getting, you're basically giving your kid like sugar, which gives him a spike in his body or her body.
Yeah.
And so
And
that's why
a source of instant energy.
Energy,
You are
basically.
giving the kid that sugar-coated thing, and he'll be active for a few hours, and then again, he dozes off.
There'll be a crash.
Correct.
Crash,
So
yeah.
that's why we thought, let's do something which is more pure, more real, and, not adding anything, but keeping it simple, basically.
Yeah, but what I found really interesting is that your organic farm angle is so interesting that you actually have organic farms.
Correct.
And y'all are sourcing.
Yeah, so all the
ingredients
produce
from
which
there.
goes in NutriBurp is from our farm.
Yeah, which I think that's what I found the
Correct.
most interesting. I said this is like you're not looking at another party to bring in that produce as
produce,
well. It's
correct.
like in house for you.
yeah.
So what about the tech? The tech, like, do you bring in the tech, or is there somebody who you have like a?
So we have food technologists and the guys who work with food, having experience of more than 20-25 years on board, they help us with
So the recipes are
recipes.
formulated by these people.
So the initial recipes, we kind of
We-
do it in our own kitchen.
Our own,
Oh.
yeah. So
Yeah.
we do it. I was just getting to that, is that we did most of our formulations in house, tried it on our kids, friends' kids. So we just, because see, at that age when we started, the kids who are like 2, 3, so we can make out by the reaction only if it,
Yeah.
is it good or is
Yeah,
it bad.
yeah.
And then we got in technologists and food technologists and pediatric as well, so
okay.
that that combination, because we needed to do it in a big scale, so we needed that professional packaging and everything formulation, so that it's presentable for the market as well.
Yeah. So you have a pediatrician who kind
Correct.
of
So
consults
we
as well.
consults as well. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
So when we look at snacking options for kids,
Correct.
are you trying to say that doing like an Indian farsan, which we
Correct.
consider healthy because we feel that, okay, chakli is made out of rice flour,
Correct.
this is made out of wheat flour, whatever, vis-a-vis is something that you are bringing to the table, which is like it's fully changed the whole composition of that particular food, right? Like the banana or the strawberry. It's not really a banana or strawberry. It's fully changed the composition. So would I be right in saying that that would still be better for the kids than choosing?
So it
This-
depends where it is being made. When you say chakli, I mean, when it is made in factory, the whole thing changes.
Right.
But when you make it at home, it's different. So it's not the produce, it is where
It's
it
the
is
method.
made
Where is the method?
and what goes in the
Yeah.
making of that particular produce.
Yeah.
So when you say chakli or farsan or anything, I mean, when you make it at home, you know what you're putting. And when it is made in factory, it's all replaced with all the cheaper versions of that particular produce.
Yeah.
So that's what changes. So here we need, I mean, when we say how we differentiate is a state-of-art facility where we make our produce.
Yeah.
And which is a ISO certified, FSSA certified. I mean, you can track, there is a traceability. I mean, from where the produce is coming, where it is being made and how it is being made and how it is being packed. Now, when we talk about local, I'm not saying all are bad. There might be people doing it in a very small scale and doing very precisely and in the natural form.
Yeah.
But then how do you differentiate? So what you see in packed and in market, the first ingredient is palm oil. I mean, we don't need to say it, it's there.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
when it is made in factory, few brands have come up and they are doing it with a replaced good oil.
Unless they say that they're doing
Correct.
it with the replaced oil.
Yes. And we are in the same league then. I mean, obviously they might have also faced the same thing and they are doing it. I mean, they have replaced the first major concern, which is oil.
Yeah.
And they have started make it in groundnut oil. But then you will see the difference in the price because that's the first thing which comes in mind of a buyer, that comparing A versus B directly on the term of price.
So I was actually just going to get to that how is it financially viable for a brand, a new brand,
Correct.
to make sure that, because India is such a price sensitive market and kids, of course, people are happy to, the one thing that people can and will do is spend on their children, of course. But when it comes to snacking options and things like this, people are so price sensitive towards so many things. So when you come as a new brand, how do you make sure that your kind of balance sheet is balanced, because you're spending so much more money on the production to make sure everything is clean, to make
correct.
sure, like
Right,
your
right.
facility, your of course your experts, your produce, all of that, vis-a-vis the palm oil, the 20, 30, 40 rupee. So that entire segment is getting lost, right? Because the people who want to spend 20, 30, 40 rupees is not your TG at
Right.
all.
Right.
So that segment is getting lost. So those kids are not really getting the best.
correct.
So how as a business do you make sure that this is viable so that you can sustain your business for that much longer?
I mean, that's the biggest challenge what we are facing
Yeah.
currently. I mean, giving a a real product at the price point, being able to beat the multinationals who are selling junk
Yeah.
at that price.
Yeah.
I mean, that is the biggest challenge because people are not aware. Being a very small local brand, I mean, reaching out to India and then logistics and everything, it's the biggest challenge what we are facing currently. But then obviously when we put the ingredients what we are claiming, it's not going to come at the price of
the regular.
but then parents are understanding. As
Correct. That's what I was saying. That there is a change which is happening where parents are also, maybe just we are seeing it in our own sales. Like people are just trying it out. Then they are getting a say 6-pack. So there are people who are hesitant also because of the pricing. But yeah, of course, that is a challenge for us as well, which we are facing. But we're tackling.
So I
that.
guess the solution would be that if bigger companies, your multinationals, not doing something as refined as what y'all are doing, but also if it were come even halfway close in terms of produce, in terms of the ingredients that they use, at least for kids, it should be a cleaner sort of snack that
Correct.
even multinationals have to kind of wake up to this
True.
concept, right? Because
Need of that.
because if that entire segment cannot afford smaller industry products, they can't afford these boutique products, then they can't lose out on the nutritional value of, because there is so much of malnourishment, so much of, which you all know, like that. I mean, this is what kids in India are struggling with. So this is something that we really need to kind of, I mean, this is a big problem,
Right.
So,
Right.
and of course, people like you and me can't solve this problem because, yes, there is the cost factor, there is
Right.
all of that. But there is someone bigger out there who can solve
Solve the
this problem, know.
Correct.
So, I really feel when I was kind of researching your brand and looking at what you all are and what you all are about and what your thoughts are, I couldn't help but think that this is something that actually everybody who's
Everyone.
bringing anything to the table of the kids has to think about, like,
Right.
because you can't give your kids this kind of food which is so unhealthy,
Right.
so harmful. There's glucose spikes, the juvenile diabetes.
Right.
This is
Yeah.
all real.
Right.
You said your child struggles with a lot of intolerances.
Correct.
So and she's not one of a kind. There are lots
Yeah,
of
yeah,
kids
Right.
who are intolerant to glucose and intolerant to lactose and so many things,
And
so
if you catch it at the earlier
Yeah.
years in the child, it's, I mean, give them that habit of eating healthy, eating,
Yeah.
so that in the future it's a plus point for them as well.
yeah.
So basically, we want to make our food the convenient food. I mean, what we are trying to sell, I mean, brands like us want
Yeah.
to make like the pack food, what we are trying to sell, as a convenient food so that it becomes easy for parents to just give it to them, and it's easy on pocket also to maybe. It's like having a fruit,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we say this is what we normally put out on our packets as well, you are actually having a fruit. It's just made in a form where it looks packed, but
And it's easy to eat and it's
easy to
convenient.
eat. It's
Yeah,
just
but
the
this
fruit.
morning dabba is a big problem. It's a problem. We do not know what to give in the morning dabba. It's like, how innovative can you
Correct.
be? How you can't do a toast, you can't do like, how innovative can you be? Like, and they don't want to eat
So
fruits.
we are working on it. So there is millet khichdi we are working on with moringa powder.
Nice.
And there is another kind of bowls, which are ready to, you just need to
Ready to eat, basically just
put it in the
remove
tiffin,
and-
as you said, and
and
the
eat.
kid can have it during the lunchtime.
So you just put water.
Not in water. It's just-
nothing. It's
just
You
kept
just
on
open
eating,
it
open
and,
and eat.
ready to
Yeah.
have.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that is really solving a
So
problem.
we have a oats porridge and
Okay.
a khichdi, millet khichdi.
Which you mentioned that your daughter eats this, your lactose-free porridge
Yeah.
for breakfast,
Correct.
which is like, I don't think my kids are not lactose intolerant, but I myself am not a
Okay.
believer of milk. So I mean, I would think 10 times. Even in the pancake, I don't put milk. I would do almond milk or some alternative dairy product, like whatever, but not milk. But how has it been working together? Because I would imagine two friends working together, unless you have very set roles, is challenging.
So we have set roles, but I think that's what both of us have been in the same vision since the beginning. And I think our whole thought process is also similar. I don't think we've had any fight or any
No.
Touch wood, no fight, no argument.
no argument. But
Oh, that's rare. No, that's rare because otherwise, you feel like, no, but let's do it this way, and the other one thinks that, oh, maybe.
No.
this is
More or
not-
less, it's syncing.
Yeah.
Whatever we are thinking, it's going perfectly.
And I think
fine.
both of us are a little, maybe sometimes too straightforward to reply to some people. Like,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
just give it back.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, that is what we are.
Yeah.
So I think, it's been
going good.
going good.
No, but I thought, like, when I read that you all are best friends, and I was like, this is tough. Like, I mean, traveling and doing business with best friends is always challenging because that's the time when actually you're kind of your will, or you're like, no, this is what I think should happen.
That is
Correct.
because the roles are divided. I mean, normally we don't interfere in each other's line of work. And when he's doing marketing, he believes something will work for us. So then obviously
So
I have
you
to
just
back
go
him.
with it.
Yeah.
And you do the
Finance and the
back end.
Back end.
And where's the fact? Where does this get made?
So we have multiple factories where, I mean, won't say factories. I mean, it sounds like it's been again made like in another factory. But this is what the units, what we have made near to the farm itself, so that the produce goes directly from farm to the units.
Oh, nice. Okay.
There is a very minimum travel time so that it doesn't loses the nutrients in transit. And then we have a reefer vans and truck where it goes into a reefer van and directly goes into the processing, washing, and then cleaning, and then we make a
You'll
pulp
QC
out
them.
of it for the meltos, what I'm talking about. And then we freeze dry it. So it's very near. So this is near Taloja.
Okay. So
But then we have
within the
different
state.
places.
Places as well.
where
And
we-
I read that you all are selling in Dubai now, so it's an international brand.
So yeah, that's the first step out of India. We've just taken, just started a couple of months back.
And how's that been?
So it's going good. I mean, it's picking up as well there because Dubai is a huge market
It's
as
a
well.
huge market.
UAE is a huge market.
Yeah.
So we're trying to get into more other stores and stuff like that all around Dubai, and yeah, let's see how it goes. But
So you sell online, or do you have your
So
own
it's online.
stores?
It's
online, and we do have offline distributions with few stores. And
Okay.
few-
But you don't have your own store.
No,
we don't
store.
have our own.
So it's if somebody has to buy it, they have to go online and
Online.
Yes.
they can
Correct.
place
So
the
we are on
order.
Amazon and on our website, and then, as I said, few offline stores.
So basically, I just want to quickly ask you that according to you, what should children's nutrition and health look like in the future from today?
I mean, see, I believe, I mean, we are falling for the West. I mean, if we just keep following what our Indian moms were doing, since, I mean, we've been following what moms are doing, same thing we are trying to do in our brand. I mean, whatever recipes we have made are from the
Dadis.
ideas we got from our dadis and
Dadis,
moms.
basically.
So, I mean, I believe we are a bit lost following the West. I mean, using indigenous produce like millets. I mean, we are the only country where millets are being grown locally.
Correct.
I mean, be it sugar replacement also, we have jaggery and other stuff.
Yeah.
But we are going more towards the refined and processed produce. So, if we just concentrate on basic Indian food, it's more than enough.
Yeah.
So, more from the farm than from the packets.
Yeah.
But then again, it's the West which is pushing us towards
Because India is huge and
huge. I mean, being
every
the 70% people are doing farming. When you look at the whole 140 out of 140 crore people, I mean,
Yeah.
70% still doing farming and still malnutrition.
Correct.
Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, just following the basics. I
Yeah,
mean,
following the basics, and that is what we are also trying to get in with the new stuff, new products which we're getting. Following the basic stuff and keeping it simple.
Like what?
So like the khichdi and so the ingredients which are using are which our dadis, moms all used when we were kids.
Yeah.
And it's now totally lost because so many of the international brands have come in and parents are already so knowledgeable reading and
Yeah.
of course Google is always there.
Always there.
So
And now there's AI.
yeah, so we're trying to focus more on the local stuff and keep it more Indianized
Yeah.
and
Just keep it simple.
simple basically. Yeah.
So children's health, according to you, needs to be back to the basics,
Correct.
simple,
100%.
so that we can conserve the health of our
Correct.
children, our
Correct.
tomorrow, and not fall for gimmicks and packaged.
I mean, it's all fad. I mean, whatever we see currently, a few things are totally fad. I mean, they are just coming for a few days. And
Like what?
So, like for example, makhana, you see, it's going crazy in West. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
what
Oh,
not
is
there.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But makhana has been since many,
Yeah.
years since, people.
So now, of course, we get the packaged makhana, but I
Correct.
remember when we were in school, we used to get the normal makhana from
That's
the
it. Correct.
the,
And then
the local
just
grocer.
the ghee and the salt.
Yeah,
and
the
salt,
ghee and
salt,
salt.
That's it.
I mean,
That's
yeah,
it.
now it's like cheese flavor and
Correct.
tomato flavor, and I'm just like, what is all this?
And then in the West, as you said, they've given it a name, so it's
Yeah.
but it's actually makhana only.
So people are just taking whatever India has been doing from last 100 years and selling it again to India in a new packed form, and people are just falling for it.
Fair enough. But so this is, I completely agree with you. Couldn't agree more. And all our nutritionists and everybody's going back to the basics.
Basics, correct.
So it's nice to know that even brands like yours, which is actually selling a packaged product, but it also has that view of back to the basics. So your packaged product is also bringing back to the basics,
Correct.
back to the kids. So that's
Correct.
great to know.
Thanks.
Thank you so much for joining
Thank you.
me.
Thanks
it
for
was
having
so
us.
amazing to have this conversation. I know, again, this has taken away a little bit of your time on a working day, but thank you so much. I'm
Thanks,
really
thanks.
grateful to both of
Thanks
you.
for having us.
Thank
Thank you so much.
you.
Thank you so much for listening. This was so much of fun. If you like this content, please follow us for some more. Like, share, and subscribe to this channel, and see you next time.